Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. My YouTube channel is called Rachel Went Shopping, where we talk about all things luxury, fashion, especially handbags. But today I am unboxing a small accessory from Louis Vuitton. This item is from the men's collection by Pharrell Williams, Spring Summer 2025. And I have been waiting 2 months for this piece to arrive. The entire time the order has been pending validation up until the week it shipped, so I was not even sure if it was even going to come or not, and I cannot believe that it's finally here in my hands. This item is actually my first exotic piece from Louis Vuitton. It's actually my first luxury exotic period. I've had other exotic leathers from non-luxury houses, but again, this is the first exotic leather I've purchased from a luxury fashion house. I bet you can't guess what this is, but I know you're gonna love it. I'm going to open this without a whole song and dance, and then afterwards I'm gonna tell you the story, why I bought it, give you the timeline, etc. But let's just get this thing open. Okay. My first exotic. This is my first men's collection item of 2025. Because I usually don't buy a lot from the women's collection, but I've been so focused on Murakami this year that I haven't been able to spend funds elsewhere. Okay, here we have the receipt and the box. So again, this is a small accessory. I cannot afford an exotic bag in the year of Murakami, unfortunately. You've got the classic Louis Vuitton box. All right. Oh. It's upside down. Ooh. All right, it has a special dust bag because it's an exotic piece. So you can see it's embroidered. And then it has the tag. Any guesses in the comments? I just saw the color. Oh my God, you guys. I picked up the Green Ostrich Pocket Organizer from Spring Summer 25. Oh my gosh, with the all over monogram print. Wow, this feels so nice and soft and luxurious. Okay, there's the front, there's the inside, there's the back. It's got a little orange card in there. The stamp says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. So my first exotic piece is this bright lime green ostrich pocket organizer. I am a huge fan of the pocket organizer. I use mine every day as my wallet. I brought my bag up here for a little bit of eye candy and to show you. I have been using this wallet literally every day since I got it from Pharrell's very first collection, which was Spring Summer 2024. So I guess exactly a year ago. And I get so many compliments on this one, guys, because of the bright orange. People compliment me all the time, but I am thinking I'm going to switch to this one. I'm very nervous about it getting dirty, but I really want to use it because it's so cool. It is so cute. But I think it would look, again, so cute in my colorful Murakami bag. Oh, really quickly, I just want to show you the exotic dust bag. Has this like microfiber lining, so it does come with a special dust bag. I want to make sure I don't lose the special tags. So ostrich leather is actually supposed to be very naturally durable. It has a unique texture to it because of these little bumps, which are actually the quill follicles. So this is where the quills grow out of on the ostrich. Some of you may think that that is unpleasant. So all of these little bumps are where the feathers used to grow, and you can see on the front here they're more spread out, and then on the back some of them are closer together. The pattern is very random because obviously it's natural, it's not man-made. See how close together they are on the back there? Actually, here, you can see the comparison there. They're more spread out on this side and closer together on this side. If you guys know me, you will know that I love a logo, and a lot of times the exotics, because the leather is so beautiful, they usually just have a little LV in the corner. I loved these pieces, the ostrich bags and the accessories, because they have the monogram all over it, and I love an all over monogram. And when I saw this color, I knew I had to have it. Okay, so the Spring Summer 25 collection walked in June. I do have a video reacting to that collection. And after the collection, we often see a ton of receive photos on Instagram. That's where customers can go see the collection up close and personal for ordering purposes. In those photos, I saw an image of a mushy, slouchy green ostrich Speedy that I absolutely loved. It was freaking gorgeous. However, I knew that in the year of upcoming Murakami, there was no way that I could afford or stomach the price of what that bag was likely going to be. But it did cross my mind that if there was a pocket organizer available in that color, it's something that I would love to pick up just as a little something to represent the collection. And again, my first exotic piece, because I just thought the color was so unique and so special. So then the Murakami pre-orders came along on December 2nd, and I spent a lot of money. And I was thinking to myself, girl, maybe you should chill on an exotic pocket organizer. Do you really need that this year? You should save some money. But then Matt D posted on his Instagram on December 24th an image of the pocket organizer with the release date, which was February 6th. And I was just like, oh, I absolutely have to have it. I need that item. Sorry, I'm not giving it up. I want to order it. I sat on it for like a week and I was like, no, I can't live without this. I texted my sales associate on December 30th and asked if the pocket organizer was available to order. And she actually said that the pre-orders were sold out and she was not able to order it for me. But she did tell me not to worry and that she would monitor it for me. So at that point, like I always say, okay, if it's not meant to be, then I won't get it. That's fine. But I really did want it. Like, again, I had thought about it for a long time before I decided I'm going to spend this much on a pocket organizer. And I did know that I really wanted it. Then almost a month later, on January 24th, she texted me that the pocket organizer was now available to order and that the lead time would be 3 to 7 weeks. I paid for the item that day. It showed up in my Louis Vuitton account, you know, under my orders section then. And the entire time from ordering it to when it shipped, it had a delivery date of the end of March. I think it was like March 22nd through the 31st or something. I just knew it said the end of March and it never changed the entire time. So it was a little further than the 3 to 7 weeks she quoted me. And I was monitoring it obviously because I was excited to see it, but also one of my friends on Instagram was also interested in it. We were kind of sharing information and it never changed and it always was in pending validation. So I was always very confused if the order was even confirmed or not, or if I was even going to get it, but I was hopeful. And then I think last week or the week before I got the shipping notification and it arrived to me on Tuesday, March 25th. So it was exactly within that shipping time frame that was quoted to me. So the style number on this item is N87528 and the price that I paid, I don't see this on the Louis Vuitton website anymore. Let's see. So this was $1,220, which is a lot of money for a small wallet pocket organizer, but it's so special. Okay, let's talk about some of my thoughts on the rest of Spring Summer 25. And obviously I didn't get any other pieces, but I did really like the collection. And if I had an unlimited budget, of course I would be interested in items. Okay, so first I want to talk about the Speedy P9s because there were a lot of fun pastel colors. There was the frozen lime, which was the lime green. There was the lemonade, which was the yellow. There was the summer peach, which was that sherbety orange color. And then there was the candy pink, which was the light pink color. I thought all of the colors were absolutely beautiful. Of course, I love pink, and I think a lot of people expected me to want the pink. However, what I will say, which I have said in a lot of my previous videos, is I cannot be trusted with light colors. I am a perfectionist, I'm a little OCD, and I'm very paranoid about color transfer, and I wear a lot of dark colors, dark denim, so I was worried if I got that light of a bag like the candy pink that you know, rubbing on it, etc., would cause color transfer, and that it was something that I would constantly be worried about and therefore not end up getting use out of it. That's just me being me the way I am. They're obviously beautiful colors, but again, just light colors aren't normally for me. And if I were going to buy something that was a light color, I'm definitely not going to spend $9,000 on it because, again, I just will not end up using the item because I'll be worried about keeping it in good condition. So I will say that I tend to gravitate towards darker colors, especially for the more expensive bags. Now, with that said, I absolutely loved the all black version of the Speedy bag. And if I had unlimited budget to buy whatever I wanted, I 100% would have wanted the Ultra Black in the Speedy 30. To me, that is a grail bag. It would fit perfectly into my wardrobe, but also, again, in the year of Murakami, especially when I've picked up this gorgeous bag, and I have been breaking her in. I can't wait to show you more. You know, I just had to prioritize, and that wasn't something that I could invest in this year, but I think that that is a beautiful bag, and it was one of my favorite bags in the collection. I also obviously loved the Ostrich Speedy. So that one actually came in, let me see, the 2 sizes. So Matt D posted the P9 in size 18, which was apparently $14,200, which was super cute. I think the idea of the 18 is interesting. It's obviously makes it more affordable, especially for a exotic bag, but I would love to see a size 18 in person because I want to know if it's still slouchy in that size. Like, I love the slouchiness of the P9s, and I'm curious when you get down and you keep shrinking it, if it's still as slouchy as I would expect it to be. But if I were to buy an exotic, obviously the smaller the bag is, the more affordable it is, but $14,000 is still absolutely insane. I love this color. I would love to wear this color. And I don't, like, the frozen lime was very beautiful. It was a lot lighter than this. I find this more wearable in my wardrobe than the more pastel colors. The size 25 in the Green Ostrich was $22,500, which would be like the majority of my budget for the year. So that would be a huge commitment for me, but I would love to own an exotic P9 one day, but probably way further down the line. Other bags that I loved in this collection, I really loved all of the soft leather goods, even some of those heritage canvas bags that Pharrell did. But the ones that he did in the leather, like the Never Ever Full, which was $49.50, I just thought he made some really great improvements to the Never Full there. And I love an oversized bag. I actually thought that that one would have been more expensive, but the price is ridiculous. I really liked the Neil bag, Christopher MM in the leather, the Keep All Bandolier 25 in the leather. Oh, so beautiful. And then the canvas ones like the Vagabond Hobo, the Noe Cargo. There were just some like very classic styles. Or also the Boulogne Hobo in the leather. I thought that was a great bag. A lot of people complain about Louis Vuitton being canvas, and I can attest to the fact that like the P9 leather that they're using is incredible, and I have a feeling that these soft leather goods bags are just supple and gorgeous, and I really loved how he did those heritage pieces in the soft leather. Then the other things I loved from the collection, you know, I like fun kitschy stuff, so I loved the shopper clutch, especially in the classic Louis Vuitton box color. And he previously gave us the shopper tote, but he introduced it in more colors in this collection. And I absolutely loved it in the monogram. I thought it was super interesting, but I don't need another giant tote. And I loved it in the green colorway. I think that one is very cool though, in the original collection, in the original colorway. That's definitely a collectible piece, but I did love that he brought that back. And then I mentioned that I loved the Ultra Black Monogram Speedy. I also loved the Silhouette Speedy, which was kind of like the Shadow Birkin type style. That one in the size 40 was $14,900, so it was a little bit more expensive than the typical Speedy P9. And I think it only came in the size 40, but that was a gorgeous, luxurious looking bag. However, if I had to choose between the two, the silhouette and the Ultra Black Monogram Speedy P9, I would have gone for the Monogram Speedy P9. There are also some like really fun chains. We've been seeing the Vuitton belt chain with the letters all spelt out. There's the gold one with the rainbow letters, and then there's the all like black and silver one. Those have been really popular pieces, and I really liked those. So again, if I had unlimited budget, those are some of my favorite pieces from the spring summer 2025 men's collection. But I do have a limited budget, so I have to prioritize what I really want. And in lieu of the fact that I couldn't afford a $22,000 Speedy, I thought this was the perfect accessory and the perfect very first Louis Vuitton exotic to add to my collection. And I love it. I should just start using this. Again, ostrich leather is supposed to be really durable. Let me know in the comments if you have a Louis Vuitton ostrich piece and how it has worn over time. So like I said, this isn't the first exotic I've ever owned. Actually, when I first started my first buying job in luxury retail, we launched a collection of exotic iPhone cases at the time. And this was when the iPhone was like brand new. So it would have been around 2010 to 2012. And we had ostrich iPhone cases and alligator iPhone cases. And I had one of both. And I was obsessed with them. I think I still have them to this day, even though obviously they don't fit the modern phone. But I just thought they were like the coolest, most luxurious things. And they actually did, like, obviously I had my phone in my hand constantly with oils and throwing it in and out of my bag, and they didn't wear terribly. So I do love exotics. I know that that is a polarizing topic, but I just think they're so unique and special and luxurious. And obviously I want them to be produced in the most conscientious way, but I do think that they are eye-catching. And one day I definitely want to own an exotic bag from some of my favorite brands. So this will be the one that started it all. And hopefully I don't get bit by too much of a bug, because this is an expensive game to play. But if I were to envision a Rachel exotic, this would be it. Next, I would love a bright pink alligator or croc of some sort eventually. But Louis Vuitton has lots of very interesting, cool, exotic materials. So maybe I'll pick up another pocket organizer or two before I dive into the bags. Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comments, what you think about the Louis Vuitton exotics in the small accessories and the bags. And what did you guys think about Pharrell's spring summer 2025 collection? You guys know that I am a huge fan. So far, I have loved every collection that he has done, and I look forward to every single one of them. So I'm very curious how you guys felt about spring summer 25. So many great bags. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below, and please consider subscribing if you love unboxing videos and all things fashion, luxury, handbags. This is definitely the place to be. If you watched till the end, I greatly appreciate you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.